everyone, it's JoJo from Mojo Jojo Plans, and today I am planning in my big memory planner from August 1st to the 7th. So we went on our vacation, we left on Friday, and we came back on Tuesday of the following week. So I don't have all of the pictures from our vacation, but I do have the first half, like Friday through Sunday, and then next week we'll have the rest of it. But it was still a pretty eventful week. So I'm actually gonna leave this whole section as a, what's it called? I'm having like so many brain farts today, as a journaling page. So not normally how I start. I'm going to go ahead and actually use a ruler, and I'm going to draw some lines. I'm going to do this first, mainly so I don't forget, because my memory these days is not the greatest. So I'm going to just draw some lines, and I'm going to have this be a journal for things that happened throughout this week, because there was quite a bit that happened this week. So I just want to be able to like journal and have a space where I can just write about the entire week all in one spot. I think I'm going to put some like writing boxes over on the other side, like maybe like one, but I really want to also make sure I have some decoration in here. But my pictures technically are counting this week as like a good majority of my decoration for the week. And then after we finish these pages, I'm going to make an extras page. I just thought I'd lump it all into one today. And again, making an extras page just for the activities of the weekend, basically. So we went to Disney California Adventure on Friday. It was the longest day ever. We had to leave our house around 4 in order to get to the airport, because the airport's about an hour and a half away. So we left at 4 a.m. Actually, we left a little bit earlier than that, but for the most part, we left at 4 a.m. And then I'm trying to think, by the time we got to the airport, got everything checked in, all that good stuff, we had about 30 minutes before our flight started boarding at 7. And then we flew to California. We got there. We used Turo to rent a car, which if you haven't rented a car that way, that was the first time we've done it, and it was actually really cool. The person, it's like you rent a car from like an actual person, not a company. And like they met us at the airport. They dropped off the car to us like at the pickup, like they kind of like picked us up at the pickup area. And then they had somebody pick them up and take them away, and then we took their car from there. And it was like super simple, but straight from the airport we went straight to Disney, and had our day at California Adventure, and it was so much fun. And I'm just so freaking proud of the kiddo. She was a rock star. She didn't question us at all. She kind of was just like went with the flow the entire time. Like whatever ride we're like, okay, we're gonna go on this one, she just like went with us and was just there. And she had an absolute blast. So it was a really, really good time. And I'm just really proud of her, because I was expecting to like have tantrums and freakouts, and she surpassed all of those expectations. We did not have any of those issues the entire trip, and it was awesome. So I'm gonna go ahead, I laid those ones down. This side is probably gonna be minimal decoration, but I am gonna put in some silver washi tape, because you know I need some of my washi for decoration. So I'm going to go ahead and lay that down, trim that off, and then I'm going to put in this last picture over on this side. This was from Tuesday. We had like a family night. That was really nice. Okay, so this side is pretty much done. I'm going to go in with the Villains sticker book, because I kind of want to just stick to Disney stickers, just because that's where we went. But I just thought we could just put in some of these, because then I'll probably do, since we were at Disneyland, next week I'll probably use like Mickey or the princesses, that kind of thing, just because that was the park that we were actually in. So yeah, so I'm just gonna add in just a little bit of decoration. I don't think I'm gonna have like a ton of room to do a lot, because again, I really want to reserve most of my space for the other things. I'm gonna grab, if I can find it, Layering Basics from Amber Plans Her Day, because I know she has some oil splotches. I think I'm gonna use these. I'm gonna cut this one if I can find my scissors. But I'm gonna go in with Scar because he's one of my favorites. And I'm just gonna put, actually, I guess I'm not gonna cut that. I was going to, and then I think I changed my mind. I'm gonna throw some of this in here. Kind of angle it so he's not. So I'm just gonna put little decorations, but for the most part, I really just want to focus this week on having space to actually journal, just because so much happened. It was a really good trip. Like, I'm really proud of this kid. She did so good. I was literally expecting the worst, but sometimes I feel like with kids, it's not the worst thing to do, because then when like things don't go wrong, then they just like surprise you, and then you're just like so happy about it, and then it's like, oh, I was stressed for nothing. But sometimes it's not nothing, you know. Sometimes it could have like gone completely the opposite way. It really could have. It could have gone in a completely different direction. Okay, so I'm gonna add in, I'm just adding some things in some random spots. That just means I'll have to go around them when I'm writing, but I'm not too worried about that. I'm gonna add some black splotches because I have some, just to kind of give it a little different look. And then it's like, it's not fully whatchamacallit, but it is just a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna go over to the other side because I have so much to do. For the most part, this is gonna be a pretty quick spread just because I have so many pictures over on this side. It was just one of those weeks. The kiddo, we had like her school orientation, so we got to go to school, meet her principal. We'll have another one where we meet her actual teacher, but she had to go like do like a little evaluation kind of thing to get ready for school. And she is so stinking excited. She could not wait. She got to see her old preschool teacher, so she was so excited. She is just like ready. She is one of those kids that's like ready to be, and it's more because like she just loves being around people. So as long as she's around people, she's good, and she's more excited because she'll get to play with friends and all of that good stuff. So we are excited for her to go to school, and it'll just overall be good. So yeah, it was a pretty busy week. We had a lot going on this week. We had like a doctor's appointment. We had that. There was just a lot that happened. Honestly, didn't really realize that much happened, but we had quite a bit. I'm trying to decide if I should. No. Okay, I'm going to put this up here. I'm going to layer a little bit. Layer some things. We ended up going to like Camelot Golf Land one night because the kiddo, we were all ready to like stay up late and kind of just have fun, so that's what we did. We saw family while we were out there. It was just a really good trip. There was a lot packed into it, but overall, it was a really good trip. I will say after Friday, my feet were not happy campers, and my legs were just so sore. Me and the kiddo were at the park for about 11 hours. The hubs left us there around 4 because he had to go to a bachelor party. But me and her stayed and did more stuff. But we went for about as long as my feet could stand. My feet were like dying. Of course, she was fine because we had a stroller, and she was completely fine the entire time, which I find hilarious because I was not fine. I was not doing well. But at least we didn't have to deal with like her complaining about her feet. So 10 out of 10, recommend if you go taking a stroller for as long as you can. Because yeah, it was a pain in the butt because we'd have to like park it somewhere and then like go walk around somewhere and then come back and get it. But just the fact that we literally dealt with no complaining that her feet were hurting because we were walking everywhere made it so worth it. And we were able to keep all of our stuff in it, didn't have to carry anything. Like, it really just worked out. It really just worked out well. Okay, I'm adding Scar and Cruella just because I feel like I haven't really used any of Cruella's stickers ever, so might as well. And put some of these splotches. I used another splotch from Amber Plans Her Days book, but I am going to put some more of these splotches in here. I think I'll probably add one of her whatchamacallits and then maybe like a box to write in. So let's see if she has one. Cruella de Vil. So they thought they could outwit Cruella. And the nice thing is these stickers are sized for a big, so they're not completely like out of space. Oh, that's gonna bother me. How can I fix that? That's going to bother me. It's just because I like offset my whatchamacallits, but like this empty space is gonna bother me because then it really looks like I didn't put things in the lines. So I'm gonna do these splatters. Problem solved. That works. Pretty much fixed my problem. Adding some of these splatter things. Okay, so yeah, this is just a really random spread, but I'm not going to have a ton of room to do a lot in it, so that's why I wanted to just make room for journaling, and then I'm going to focus more on my, whatchamacallit, my extras page. There we go. Good Lord, my memory right now, not doing so good. Okay, let's put that in there. Okay, so 2 completely different sides, but I wanted to use characters that I rarely use, and I definitely haven't really used anything from Cruella. I am going to go in, I think I can put a big, if I can grab it. Actually, maybe I'll just do a small. I'll just use a smaller box. I could fit a big, but let's just make it simple. I'm just going to go in with a regular size journaling box. And I can do like a little journaling thing, maybe something about her school, because that was that day. Okay, so that's it for my pages. So make sure to check out what my Instagram, over on my Instagram, so you can see it all filled in. But I'm going to put this one aside. So we got our pages, pretty simple. And I'm going to do some extra pages. So I pulled out a random piece of cardstock that I have. I'll punch it. It's just like a light lavender. And then from this pack here, this paper pack, I pulled out this sheet, which I thought was really cute. It says Sunshine on My Mind, and then has this on the back, and that's kind of why I chose the purple, because the purple matches it. But then I can do 2 pages. And then I pulled out some MAMBI stick letters to spell out Disney. So I'm going to just use this ones, and I think I use these for my like travel sheet, but I just feel like these letters out of all the MAMBI stick letters just look more like Disney to me. I don't know. I guess that's kind of how I feel. So I'm going to try to stick most of my Disney pictures, which pretty much all our pictures that we have are from Disney. There's some that aren't, but you know. And then next week I'll do more extra pages, and then it'll focus on Disneyland. So this one we went to Disney California Adventure, so I'm gonna just do the abbreviations for this, which is DCA. So I'm gonna put these down here at the bottom because this will be for we were at those parks. So I'm gonna put the memories on these pages from those 2 parks, and then next week I'll do the other half of our thing. So I did this picture. We went on Guardians, and I gotta say I'm so proud of the kiddo. But look at her face. It's hilarious. This was her face for like 90% of the rides. But I like did a little circle, reinserted the picture, and kind of like made it bigger. So I'm going to throw this one in here. I just think it's hilarious, and I'm so freaking proud of her. I cried the first time I rode the Guardians ride, because I haven't been, like, it used to be Tower of Terror. That was the last time before Go Wild that I had been to Disney. So, like, I hadn't been on it in a long time. Like, almost like 7 or 8 years, something like that. So I hadn't been on Tower of Terror in a really, really long time. So, and I'm not a person that likes drop rides. Like, I'll do them because I think I'm a little bit of an adrenaline junkie, but like, I don't necessarily like the feeling like in the middle of it, you know, like it's not my cup of tea. It's not my favorite thing to do. But anyway, so the first time I rode it when we went for Disney California Adventure, I like laugh cried. But this time I did better because I felt like I had to keep it together so I didn't freak her out. But she was fine. She like was kind of scared to go on it before we went on, like when we were waiting in line. But it was also because she was really tired because this was like 4 o'clock and she had been up for 12 hours. So I think without taking a nap. So I think she was just also tired. But afterwards she said she liked it and she said she wanted to do it again. So I mean, she had a blast with it. And we had a blast taking her. So I'm just like really proud. So I did that picture really big because that was like a proud moment. Because like me and my husband were like, are we mean for taking her on there without like mentally prepping her? But she had a blast. And I think like we didn't have time to do it again. And by the time I had asked her like if she wanted to do it again, she kind of was like, no, like she just wanted to do other rides. But in the midst of it, she did have a lot of fun. And originally she said she wanted to do it again. So I'm just going to add a couple boxes next to some pictures so I can write like a little blurb about it, or just like something extra in there. But I'm just kind of going through some of my pictures that I have. I'm not going to use all of them. I already have one from those. Sometimes I print out more pictures than I need, and that's okay. So I'm going to add some of the pictures. She loved cars. She really wanted to ride the Ferris wheel. I should have taken a picture of her on it. She said she wanted to do the swinging, so we did the swinging one. That was terrifying. But she had fun, and she liked it, so that's all that really matters. Okay, so I do have some pictures that I printed in bigger. I have another one of the Guardians. I don't need it. But we rode Cars twice. We rode once with Dad, and then we rode it again later when Dad was gone. So let's put these pictures in here. Make sure. And this is just a really good way, like doing a little extras page to get more pictures if you don't want to put them all in your spread, or if you don't want to like even worry about doing a spread in general and not doing like planner pages. You could totally just memory plan this way. So I'm just going to add some boxes. I'll probably write something like with Dad, without Dad, something like that. I don't really know yet. But I just want to have the option to write something. So that's why I'm going to put a box. Put a couple boxes in here. Just so I can write what was going on. Okay, let's pick some of the small ones. We did the cars. We also Did some things over here. I love these ones because these are like the phases. I kind of want to put all 3 of these because these were like the phases of like how she was feeling on the ride. So I think I'm going to put all 3 and have this be like phases, like just how happy. It's kind of funny because her face was just like, we would check on her during rides and it was just like blank for like most of like the fast, like bigger rides. Like I don't think she knew how to feel when she was on them. So she like, we kept just getting these like blank stares, and some of the pictures that we got that the ride took a picture is just like an unamused child, but like afterwards she would be like, that was so much fun. So it was just like so funny to like watch her face because she just had so many, like you could just tell she was like calculating and contemplating her life decisions after each ride, well, on each ride. We like couldn't tell like if she liked the ride until after we got off of the ride, which was pretty funny. It was a good time though. So I'm gonna do like phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, something like that. There. Okay, so I'll leave that as like my first page into this. I still have a bunch more pictures that we gotta fit. So I'm gonna go ahead and punch this. I'm not gonna stick anything on the spine. So I'm gonna go ahead and punch it just so I make sure I don't put any pictures too close to the edge. Of course, there's a picture of Princess Tiana and Moana right next to each other, which she kept saying she really wanted to see Moana. We didn't see her while we were there. I don't even know if she's at Disneyland. But this was on Saturday when we went to like downtown Disney and we did some shopping damage. So definitely went into this trip being like, oh, we're not going to get a lot because we're going to Disney World in like a few months. But, you know, the Disney bug just gets you and you just like can't not get stuff. I don't know. Maybe we're just weak. I think we're just really weak. We are just weak, I guess, because we've got a lot more stuff than we went there for, that's for sure. I'm gonna put both of these pictures. They're pretty similar, but she was giving me some poses, so I'm gonna put them in there. Nice little dramatic. Oops. And I'm gonna add another. Guess we can add the box up here. And I can, oh, did I not even paste this picture? Oh, I didn't push it down. I was like, why is it moving? I could have sworn I put tape on it. Okay, so some of these pictures we don't need because I did them already. Okay, now I can kind of just put ride pictures. And then I think I'm going to put this one because we went to Avengers Campus and it was so cool. And she loved the Spider-Man ride. So I think I'm going to put this one over on this side. And I'll put all these pictures down. Just kind of get them out of the way. But I have a bunch more. And I'm like, why? She smiles for everybody else at the camera but us. Like when we're trying to take a picture of her on our own, can't get her to look at the camera. Somebody else comes along to take the picture and now all of a sudden she's like, oh, I know exactly where the camera is. This kid, man. Little stinker butt. Okay, so I'm going to add a box right up here. I lost my train of thought. My phone rang. Duty calls. Okay, so then I think, okay, I have more of the princess side of just like me. And then the kiddo again was posing. Can't tell. No, it is a different picture. I'm going to include some of those. She kept giving me some poses. And I was like, where are these coming from? She like rarely, and sometimes like when she poses, like I can't see. She like poses away from the camera. So the fact that she kept posing for me, I'm like, wow. I'm shocked. Okay, so I'm going to add another, I think I'm going to add some lines and then we can kind of go in a little bit more detail on this page, what was going on. I have some pictures with Spider-Man and Iron Man. Some like little other pictures again where she's giving me poses. So I'm going to put both of them, even though they were in the same area. I'm going to go ahead and just include as much of these as I can, because mine as well. I had them printed out, so mine as well. Good way to use my stickers and use the pictures that I printed out. Okay, and then this one was supposed to be a cute picture, and then it ended up not coming out as cute, but my husband and I have a picture in front of this, like when we were still just like dating, so I was like trying to get her to do like a recreation of it, but she wouldn't hold still, so I was like, well, it would have been cute if we could have got her little wiggly butt to hold still, but that's okay. Okay, so I'm gonna add some more boxes. So just pretty simple. And then I think I can fit the rest of my pictures over on the other side, because these are all from that Friday. So these are like Friday and Saturday pictures, basically. All pictures from those 2 days. Some pictures of being on the rides, and then we have like a plain picture, which, ooh, what I can use, I know it's like at the back of my thing, but I do have Amber Plans Her Days Summer Memories, and it has this fun little airplane in it, and I don't think I'll ever really have room to have this in my memory planner, but we can put it on this page as like a trip kind of thing, because that was taken on the airplane, that kind of thing. There are like ride things in here. Guess I should have left room for them on the other side, but that's okay. Okay, I think I have all of the pictures from this trip, as far as like from Friday and Saturday. I think they've all been included somewhere, some shape or form, on these pages. So I have page 1 to open it up, going into our other page, that page, and then here, which I need something to fill in this space. I don't want to repeat. This one is a little bit different. This picture's a little different. The kiddo kept giving all the poses. I just want to know where that's at every time I try to take pictures of her, because she doesn't pose for me. Okay, I think that's good. Alright guys, I think that is it. So there's the extras pages, so that way I was able to fit the rest of the pictures from this trip. I actually have, this one's technically not from Disney California Adventure though. Let me see. And then we have, okay, so we have our extras pages, and then we have my memory planning pages. That's okay. I'll put that one somewhere. Maybe I'll put that for next week's. But there we go, you guys. So make sure to check out my Instagram to see what these all look like, all filled in and complete. But I think that's it. Just a good way to get all my memories down. I so hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And I hope I'll see you in my next one. Bye!